Okay, welcome to the course. We're trying to do two things here. It's really quite simple. We want to provide a really challenging physical, hands-on technological activity using Tracker and GeoGebra. But at the same time, for us, the X in the STEM X really is about developing communication and collaboration skills required for life and for industry. So let's take a look at the kinds of things that we're going to do, and it's quite heavily video based. And if we take a look at this, we're going to start off with physical activities, bouncing balls, measuring the flight in Tracker, and then doing it for real with a netball activity, and taking things through to a really quite complex GeoGebra simulation. Now, the whole point of this is that it's based on two already successful activities, which is taking a hothouse creative problem-solving approach, developing GeoGebra related material, and then also the simulating a netball throw PDF, which is a text version of a lot that's in here. But the bottom line is that once we've done this kind of activity, we can use it to look at lots of different things. And above all, we can really make a response to the increasing international STEM requirement for people who not only are okay in technology, but are adept at problem solving, communication and collaboration. And we've got a lot of stuff that you can look at also with some articles and indeed some of the software, if you get stuck, that you can have a go on. I just want to finish off with where we're wanting to get to, and basically it's doing something which is really quite complex. It's looking at that sporting activity, examining it and tracking it, so to speak, and then putting it into GeoGebra with a simulation. So if you look, the interesting thing about this is, as we watch the ball successfully, hopefully going to the basket, is that there are three views which are all kind of kept in sync. We can then vary the initial velocity as we do in here and see what happens to the ball. And as we do so, again, we see the various algebra, graphics and spreadsheet window. We can use them together or the spreadsheet separately to do quite interesting very simple things in sporting activity, looking at mean performances, maximum, minimum performances, percentage shots on target, so on and so forth. And then coming back now, we're just having a check that the simulation is fairly realistic, i.e. if the ball goes upwards, guess what, it comes down. And now we're moving the angle the young lady is throwing the ball at, as you can see, and again bringing it back to a successful conclusion. Okay, so we have got all this stuff available for you. You can print stuff off as you go through this activity. But my final message is just this little bit here. There's a guy in Ipswich who actually died 500 years ago, who was an advisor to King Henry VIII, and he was a finance guy, Sir Thomas More, and he lived and died in Ipswich. And in spite of a very difficult kind of activity, as you can imagine, with Henry VIII, his message to all of us is that if education is anything, if we want people to learn, it has to be fun. So I do hope you enjoy this.